It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley. He is Trey Trenholm. Trey, what do you have on tap for us today inside Dear Treehouse?
Well, we have an exciting episode of Dear Treehouse today, and I'll rattle off a few of the topics we've got.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for wanting to find a new vet after they laughed at me? Is this annoying, outdated, a red flag, or is it just me?
Mm-hmm.
Or I found hundreds of boogers under my husband's gaming chair.
I've learned a lot over decades of experience, and that is always start with the boogers.
That's so obviously written by a wife. We're in the middle of moving, and I was trying to carry my husband's gaming chair through the doorway. I had to tilt sideways to fit, and that's when I saw it. Underneath the seat and all over the bottom were hundreds of dried boogers. I'm not even exaggerating. I froze for a second and then immediately started gagging. I almost threw up. I had no idea he was doing that. I feel like I'm married to a 5-year-old. I'm so grossed out and honestly just disappointed, embarrassed. I don't even know. Do I confront him, make him clean it, throw the whole chair out? I'm beyond disgusted and don't even know how to look at him right now.
I don't blame her. I couldn't look at him. When you were reading that, just for the briefest of moments, I tried to put myself in her shoes. And I immediately regretted it because then I started to feel nauseous just thinking about hundreds of boogers underneath that man's.
I'm with you, and it's just having worked in the service industry and you know flipping chairs over and seeing the crap gum boogers, everything people put underneath seats. Yeah, just the mental image. I've read it enough now. I can control, but when I'm in the same boat. When I first read it, I wanted to throw up. Like,
and keep in mind, I have a very strong stomach. When I was a little kid, I did not. So I eventually grew into a strong stomach. I can watch blood and guts. Don't have a problem with that. There are certain things, though, that will trigger my sensitive tummy. And gross body stuff is one of them. 2 girls, 1 cup. Could not get through it. Was not going to happen, and will not try. That's not going to happen. So when you mention the boogers, to me, that's up there. Like 1 booger, 2 booger, maybe that's okay. But when you have a collection, when you have a hive of boogers, well, no, I can't do it.
You want to talk about a Pavlovian response? I can't hear the music that starts out the 2 girls, 1 cup video without throwing up. Like, I mean, it induces.
You start to,
yeah, like
you start to feel it in your jowls when your body starts to lubricate the vomit luge.
No, that. Yeah, I'm with you. I can withstand a lot. There are very few things that make me queasy, and it's stuff like that. It's the bodily
Shit
functions.
Eating.
Yeah.
That'll do it to me every single time. Yeah, that is disgusting. I don't know how she looks at him at all ever again with any sort of love or affection. Forget sexual attraction. I just mean just general love and affection, and just want to. I don't know how she's gonna be in the same room with this guy. I don't know how she completes the move. And here's the thing: this is a horrible trap. This is a horrible position for her to be in. She is, typically you would say stuck between a rock and a hard place, but in this case, it's between, a rock and a booger wall. Ugh. And there is no win here, because if she confronts him, then that'll, there will be repercussions for it. Right? If she doesn't, damage has already been done on her. Like, she's already disgusted. So if she confronts him, he might get defensive. He might deny, that's not mine, that's the dog, or that's the kid, or those aren't mine. If he's smart, he should say, those are not mine. I am just as disgusted as you are, baby.
The shaggy
that is his
defense?
only way. Yes, that is his only way out of this. That is the only way. He has to deny it because in her post, you read, they were dried boogers. So his only hope is that she does not submit those boogers for DNA testing. He just needs to deny that those are his and pretend to be just as disgusted. And on a separate note, he should be disgusted. That's nasty. If you're a real man, you pick your booger and you flick it across the room into a land that it disappears and you never see it again. That's how you do that. Or you
Or
wipe it on somebody else's stuff, not yours.
a paper towel, Kleenex, just throw it away.
Also that.
I've
Thank you for pointing out that I didn't start there.
Now we know the burden Tara has.
That's not mine. And also, what's that on your shirt, baby?
You're not wrong if he has a plausible excuse. A kid that he inherited the chair from a buddy. It was used, but if that chair, if he bought that since they've moved in, if they don't have kids,
then someone's been breaking in and using that chair as a booger colony. He still has to commit to it. That's not mine. It came that way. It's a manufacturer's defect. The little sticker person that said inspected by G22 or whatever, that person was a liar. They were out to get me, baby.
I mean, but it isn't. You also he should have thought this one through, and knowing they're moving, knowing someone, this is. It's like clearing the cache out in your browsing history. If someone's get your computer, you need to think about these things because and if you're so
when your girlfriend asks. Sorry, yeah. When your girlfriend asks, "Hey, can I look at your phone real quick?" Yeah, sure. Hang on a second. Delete. Here you go. No problem.
Yeah, just give it 5 more minutes for the factory reset to go through.
Oh, you asked me right at the worst possible time, baby. Hang on, it'll just be a minute. I'll get it to you, no problem. And you're right, though. You're about to move, and if you're so into gaming that you've got a specific gaming chair and that you put boogers, and you're doing it so much that you have a booger seat underneath it, then you need to know that she should never find that. And that is your responsibility to move it so she never discovers it. It's kind of like me with my equipment that we do the show. My wife knows that I move the stuff not because I've got boogers wiped all over, but because I have a way that I like to organize it and roll cables and stuff. So it's organized in my, disheveled brain. And so she's like, yeah, okay, dude, that's my thing. That should be his approach to his gaming equipment with the booger collection under the gaming chair. Baby, I'll move this stuff. You don't worry about it. That way, this never becomes an issue. And she never has to know how completely horrendously disgusting he is.
And what may even be a bigger problem for her is he may be so disgusting that he has forgotten he does it. It's just he doesn't even think about it. He just picks and wipes him on the bottom of the chair without even thinking about it. And that's what a filthy pig she's married to. And she probably does need to leave him.
Yeah, I don't really think she can come back from this. And by she, I mean he, because any sort of like when you look at your significant other, your person, your partner, ideally you look at them and it's, the clouds part, the sun shines, and angels sing on high. Ah, this is the love of your life. That's gone now forever in this relationship.
Are, any sweet, maybe romantic moments? Look, honey, I baked this. Here, try it. Dips his finger in.
God, no.
Minute he sticks a hand down the panties. Nope.
Nope. For their relationship's sake, I hope she's taller than he is, because otherwise, every time she looks up at him and all she sees is right up that schnoz, that's all she's going to remember is the booger colony underneath his gaming chair.
Yeah, or every time he points, she's just going to envision a giant booger on the end of his finger. Yeah.
Because there might be.
Well. Yeah, you should probably leave him.
It's kind of like in Terminator 2 when the liquid Terminator could do his finger and extends out.
Uh-huh.
That's what she's going to see in her mind, except it's going to be a big green blob.
Yeah. So
just write the Dear John letter, put it on the mantle, and you're already moving, so just move to a slightly different.
a judge and a jury will understand.
Yeah, you'll get everything you want.
Which
obviously you're not going to want that chair. And you may want to take, do a once over on everything before you decide to take it or not, but that would probably be in your best interest.
Yeah, and probably don't look at anything else he's been sitting in, because
God.
All right.
And also, real quick, last bit on this. If you find a stash of boogers like that underneath your husband's gaming chair, that can't be the first sign of a disgusting husband. There have to be other signs, and you just chose to ignore them.
I mean, and that is probably true. And, we both, God knows women will overlook a lot of our crap, but.
And thank God for
it.
But if my wife discovered a hidden, booger place, I'd understand that she leave.
Yeah. So, all right, next up. Is this annoying, outdated, a red flag, or is it just me? I recently went on a date with a guy who insisted on walking me home afterward. The moment we started moving, he kept trying to position himself on the outside of the sidewalk, the old protect the woman from traffic move. At the end of the walk, I told him he could leave me at the end of my street instead of walking me to my door. I heard him mutter something like, I guess the end of the street is safe, which only added to the weirdness. It really struck me how often this still happens. It does not feel like caring to me. It feels like performative, outdated, and a bit controlling. Like he's acting out a script instead of just walking beside me and treating me like a normal person. I've been single for a few years, and my ex never worried about my safety like this.
You really don't need to continue if there's any more to this. I have everything I need to know.
Nope. Edit. My last 2 relationships have been with women.
Oh, that's not okay. Come on. All right. There's a lot more to unpack here than I bargained for. All right. First off, these two are on such different pages in different books entirely, not even in the same series of books, right? She's in like one genre of literature and he's in a completely different section, and they're on 2 different pages on top of all that. This relationship will not work. If on a simple early date in a relationship, she doesn't like the fact that he's trying to be protective, the relationship will never work, because if you can't appreciate that, then he is not for you. And from his side, if she can't appreciate that, she's not for him. And I will say this, I give her credit for noticing it, because a lot of women don't. And a lot of men don't know that is supposed to be a chivalrous thing. That is old school, to walk on the side of your significant other, putting yourself in between them and traffic. Yeah. And most people don't even notice it.
No, and but I guess it lends itself to the fact that everything is, people are so cynical. And whether it is, I don't know, performative or whatnot, it's still him trying to do what a lot of us is the right thing. You walk a woman to the door, you hold the door open, you do everything else. I don't think that's in any way trying to be controlling or anything else. It simply is a nice gesture. And the date may have been horrible.
This is the type of woman that would be this is the type of woman that would be offended if a stranger holds a door open for her.
Yes, absolutely. And is trying to read sexism and everything else too. Again, it's just manners in my book of that's how, and maybe it is specific to our age. I don't know that Gen Z was ever really taught this. But for us, millennials, Gen X, above boomers, we were all taught, you hold the door open for a woman. You walk her to the door, make sure she got home safe, everything else. And that's something
Yeah.
I do with friends or anything else. It's not
Yeah.
just someone a romantic deal. It's something you just do in general.
Yeah. I mean, we've been friends for over 20 years, and you've held doors open for me. I thought it was weird when you slapped my butt as I went through it, but, I appreciated the gesture.
Well, that would be a whole nother episode, Dan, why I slap your ass.
But yeah, if she doesn't appreciate it, then this relationship is already not going to work. So it's kind of like, if that little bit bothered you, there's going to be a whole host of other issues that would probably stem from it that you're really going to hate. So just, you know what? Be glad he let you go at the end of the street. Not that he needed to let you go, but just let the relationship die right there on the end of your street, because it's probably for the best for both of you. And I hope he recognizes that and then jettisons on his own right.
Well, I would almost be willing to bet, and you're right about everything you said. I'd almost be willing to bet, though, at the same time, had something happened to her and she got mugged or anything else, she'd be like, well, he should have walked me home.
Mm-hmm.
So,
also, he shouldn't have mugged me.
Yeah.
Told you it wasn't safe.
All right. And the last one. Am I the asshole for wanting to find a new vet after they laughed at me?
Usually when people ask, am I the asshole? It's usually statistically speaking, it's usually a yes. Because I feel like if you feel the need to ask it, then you probably are. Not in this case.
Yeah, this one's so I am a 35 female, and I have always owned female dogs. I recently adopted a male dog from a local shelter. I fell in love with him the first time I saw him. They told me he had just been neutered and it takes some time for the hormones to get out of their system. So when he started humping some of his stuffed animals, I figured it was just part of the process. Well, the other day I looked over and his pink thingy was all the way out. It really does look like lipstick.
The rumors are true.
I felt embarrassed for both of us, so I just looked away.
Why do you feel embarrassed for the dog? The dog has no shame. That dog does not care. If that dog cared, it might not have done it.
So I look back 10 minutes later and it was still there. So I became concerned and called my vet. It was a Saturday morning, so I wanted to make sure I could get him in if I needed to. When I told them my predicament, I could tell the woman at the clinic was trying not to laugh. And she said she would go ask a vet. After a few minutes on hold, she came back and told me that if it doesn't go down, try putting some frozen peas on it.
Oh, no.
Or get some lube and squirt it on his thingy because it will help it go back in.
No, don't do that. No. Oh.
As she's telling me this, I hear multiple people laughing in the background.
So that's why she's upset?
Uh-huh.
Have a sense of humor, lady. I go back. I stand corrected. I should have stayed with my statistical theory. In this case, you're overreacting. You're a little bit of the a-hole here.
I mean,
have a sense of humor. It's okay. It's a boy dog. That thing's gonna come out sometimes. It's gonna happen. Sorry, that is nature. That is biology. And honestly, if you were living with a guy, same thing's gonna happen. So maybe just get used to it.
I mean, sometimes you have to step away from the situation. I can relate that if it's her first time having a male dog, and she's probably embarrassed to ask such a question. But at the same time, if you're on the other end and you're at a vet clinic and you deal with the stupidity they deal with, sometimes you just got to laugh at the funny stuff. And I would be on the floor laughing if someone called me up and go, "How do I get my dog's pink thingy to go back in?"
Well, there are a couple of ways. Um, you are right. On the vet side of things, you really need to enjoy the good moments because you're talking about a job and an environment that has a lot of sad ones. So enjoy the comical moments when they come. Pardon the pun. Um, and no, you don't. You know what? I would actually prefer to go to a vet and a vet's office that has a sense of humor about it because I have a sense of humor about a lot of things. And if you do too, we are going to vibe. We are going to get along just fine. Um, this is just a learning process. When like she said, she's only had girl dogs. Now she got a boy dog, and boy dogs are going to do boy things. I don't recommend the lube deal at all. I do wonder, like, did she follow the Cialis and Blue Pill commercial advice when they tell you if an erection lasts for more than 4 hours, contact your physician? Or was he on the end of the couch, like legs spread, looking down at it, looking at her, going,
Or you think he was just lounging in a bathtub?
covered in bubbles, head to toe, except for right there. Yeah, the dog may have had a bit of a problem there, but like the doctors told you that some of these things might pop up. I'm glad that she called the vet just to check to make sure. And it's okay to have a sense of humor with some things. They're not laughing at you completely. I mean, just a little bit. They're laughing at the situation. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Lighten up, Francis.
And hope you have some peas.
And you better hope that he's not into cold stuff. Oh, that's the spot. For all things Treehouse, hit our website, treehouseonair.com. You can also check out the Treehouse Show podcast, available everywhere you get your podcasts. iHeart app, Spotify, Apple, Overcast, all of them. Choose your favorite platform at treehouseonair.com. We'll see you next time right here inside the Treehouse.